What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review. This time we're taking a look at Walk the Line, directed by James Mangold, starring Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon. Walk the Line chronicles the life and times of legendary country singer Johnny Cash. I'm going to make this review as short and sweet as I possibly can because I love Walk the Line. Walk the Line is one of my favorite biopic movies ever made, done by one of my favorite directors working today. James Mangold, to me, did an outstanding job bringing Walk the Line to life, and he gives the story of Johnny Cash the class and respect that the man and his story deserved. And it's backed by an outstanding performance by Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix, Joaquin Phoenix's portrayal of Johnny Cash is utterly outstanding, and you can tell that Joaquin Phoenix took the time to do his research, the time to do his research, and to pretty much get inside, the head of Johnny Cash for his portrayal. He gives a very somber, realistic, and nuanced performance as Johnny Cash. Joaquin Phoenix. You can't give this. You can't badmouth Joaquin Phoenix as an actor if you tried. When the man dedicates himself to a role, he dedicates himself to a role. Like with Joker, like with Commodus, and his portrayal as Johnny Cash is no different. His portrayal is outstanding. It's amazing. Seeing Joaquin Phoenix portray the many different sides of Johnny Cash is utterly outstanding. Seeing Johnny Cash as a struggling musician, to when he first gets his superstardom, to his drug addiction, to his failing marriage, to his family life and personal life, which is crumbling around him, to ultimately when he gets redemption by finally getting with June Carter. Joaquin Phoenix plays all these different emotions with such precision, and his chemistry amongst the cast is outstanding. What really makes this movie work is the love story that develops between Johnny Cash and June Carter. And June Carter, who was played by Reese Witherspoon, in a very, very good performance. Up to this point, I was never much of a fan of Reese Witherspoon. I thought she was just a teen actress. Her portrayal of June Carter sold me on the fact that if you give Reese Witherspoon a script and material that she can sink her teeth into, then she can really, really shine. And in this movie, she shined as June Carter. The on-screen chemistry between Phoenix and Witherspoon is fantastic. They work so well with one another. And the love story between Johnny Cash and June Carter is one of tragedy, but it's also one of inspiration, because in the end, these two do get together and they do marry. And it's fantastic to see how the relationship develops over the course of this movie. It starts off as a mutual friendship, but then it slowly starts to grow and grow and grow. Even though June does not approve of Johnny's, extracurricular activities with addiction to his pills and drugs, and June tries to distance herself from Johnny, they can't stay away from one another. It's the burning love that forms between these two that will make this movie work. And you have Joaquin Phoenix and Reese Witherspoon, like I said, who dominate these roles to such precision. Not only that, they're backed by a very good supporting cast that includes Robert Patrick, who plays Johnny's father, Ray. And I think Robert Patrick is a very underrated performance as this movie, as Johnny Cash's abusive father. Seeing how pretty much Ray always resented Johnny Cash ever since the death of Johnny's older brother Jack, and knowing how Ray just takes out his frustrations on Johnny to the point where he's like, the wrong son died. It's heartbreaking to see how a relationship between a father and a son can deteriorate to the point where the character of Ray hates his own son, to the point where he wishes he was never born. I like seeing how this relationship between the two, they air out their dirty laundry. There's a lot of hostility between them, but at the end of the movie, they reconcile and they start to form a bond in a way, and it's very subtly done. and I give Robert Patrick does not get enough credit as an actor. He never did, in my opinion. He's a very talented actor. In this movie, even though his role as Ray isn't a big role, it's still a pivotal role, and he plays it extraordinarily well. The actors who played Johnny's bandmates, I thought they did fine for themselves as well. The actors who they got to play Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Waylon Jennings, I thought fit the roles really, really well, especially Tyler Hilton, the man who played Elvis Presley. I thought he was spot on. The actor who played Jerry Lee Lewis, I thought did another fantastic job as well. And kudos for James Mangold to casting Scooter Jennings, the real-life son of Waylon Jennings, to play his father in a short little scene. I thought that was a nice, I thought that was a cool little addition to the cast too. Love all that stuff. The actress who played Johnny's wife, Vivian, I thought she was fine in the role as well. I mean, I do think this movie did villainize the Vivian character maybe a little too much, but I don't think it did it enough in a way where she comes across as a very hateable person. I think it did it in a way where Vivian, she is married to this man, and she sees that her husband has started to have affections for another woman. It's only natural that she's going to be very guarded and very hostile. That's just real life. That's just how it is. And I thought the actress played it in a way where she doesn't come across as a bitch. She comes across as, okay, you understand where she's coming from. She has a family, and her husband's affection is wearing off on her and going towards someone else. So I thought the actress did a good job at portraying those emotions, and I don't think she comes across as hateable whatsoever. That's just my opinion personally. The musical sequences in this movie I thought were brilliantly done. Joaquin Phoenix, you could tell this man did his homework because he sounds like Johnny Cash when they're singing the songs. Like he really did his best to try and mimic and copy the mannerisms of Johnny Cash, and it's brilliantly done. Like the musical sequences in this movie, they're shot like you're watching an actual concert. Like when Johnny's performing "Get Rhythm," Ring of Fire, I Got Stripes, Folsom Prison Blues, Cocaine Blues. Brilliantly done. And I think the musical sequences are, like, they're well done. The dramatic sequences are what really make this movie stand out. The bonding that forms between Cash and Carter is the heart of this movie. And like I said, Phoenix and Witherspoon play these roles to expertise, precision. Cannot say enough about the cast in this movie. It's brilliant. From a production standpoint, James Mangold did an outstanding job. This is a beautiful looking movie. Outstanding cinematography. I love the production and set designs. They really captured the mid 50s and 60s feels with the wardrobe, with the costumes, with the sets. All looks authentic, and I love it for that. I love how they recreated a lot of. I like the recreation of a lot of moments that took place in Johnny's life. I thought that was brilliantly handled with respect and with precision and care. James Mangold, when the man makes a movie, he makes a movie all out. He puts heart and soul into everything, and you have to appreciate a man like that. He pays respect to the stories that he wants to tell. So yeah, from a directing standpoint, I have no complaints. Mangold does a brilliant job. From a cinematography standpoint, this is a beautiful looking movie. It's done with respect, precision, and care. No complaints whatsoever. So yeah, those are just basically my thoughts on Walk the Line. There's a lot more to talk about with this movie, but that's just how I feel about it. In case you haven't tell, Walk the Line is one of my favorite biopic movies ever made. It gets a solid, perfect 10 out of 10. I highly recommend Walk the Line. Almost 16 years later, to me, this movie still holds up, and this movie should still be regarded as one of the best. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Walk the Line. Let me know yours in the comment sections down below. Like this video and subscribe, and I will check you back next time for more.